Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's tough because you know what happened. You know what happened playing with your boy.
And just like that, one of the most extravagant empires in sports is starting to collapse right in front of everyone. This isn't gossip or some exaggerated headline. An alleged secret audio recording has surfaced, and it could be the moment that finally brings Floyd Mayweather Jr. crashing down. For years, he's showcased a life most people can't even imagine. Private jets, exotic cars, and shopping trips worth 6 figures, all broadcast to the world. But now, that image is cracking. The man who called himself the best ever is now being linked to what could be one of the biggest financial scandals of his career. Reports are pointing to a massive $600 million fraud case that has shaken federal authorities. And the most shocking part? A voice believed to be Floyd's was allegedly caught on a hot mic discussing a plan to leave before law enforcement could catch up with him.
Everybody know about business. You don't keep that type of money in just regular account. So I had to wire the money from somewhere. So I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is this, I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the...
Things are escalating fast, so let's unpack everything, step by step. We're diving into the leaked audio that changed the narrative, the complex network of alleged schemes, the carefully crafted image, and the real story behind his time in Dubai. The question people are now asking is simple but unsettling. Has the so-called richest boxer been exaggerating his wealth all along? Is the money team built on something far less real than it appears?
It always comes to money.
Why not? I mean, everything you got don't cost money. Everything you do costs money.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. Without money, I'd be the same person.
It all begins with an audio clip that spread across the internet like wildfire. In the recording, a voice that closely resembles Mayweather can be heard speaking in a tense, low tone. Instead of discussing fights or business deals, the conversation focuses on avoiding trouble. The speaker reportedly talks about leaving the country before authorities arrive and mentions transferring assets into offshore accounts beyond government reach. The recording is said to have been captured inside a high-end hotel suite in Dubai. If true, it paints a very different picture, one where Floyd wasn't surprised by events, but instead preparing to escape before things caught up with him. And this wasn't just about a small legal issue. It was reportedly tied to a major investigation involving hundreds of millions of dollars. To understand how things reached this point, we have to look back at Floyd's past business moves. One of the most talked about examples involves cryptocurrency. During the 2018 crypto boom, Floyd was heavily promoting digital investment opportunities. He even joked online about being called Floyd Crypto. He publicly backed a company known as Centra Tech, encouraging his followers to invest.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in my.
But behind the scenes, Centratech turned out to be a fraudulent operation. Investigators later revealed fake executives, false claims, and products that never actually existed. While investors lost large sums of money, the founders were arrested and charged. Floyd wasn't criminally charged, but he did face consequences. Regulators fined him heavily and banned him from promoting similar investments for a period of time. This moment damaged his image, shifting him from savvy businessman to someone linked with questionable ventures.
Point, you were getting celebrity endorsements. One was DJ Khaled, hilarious, and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
And he posted on his Instagram him taking this what do you call it? The Centra card?
Centra cards.
The
Yeah,
Centra cards. And going and purchasing something with his Bitcoin at a store.
Yeah.
He did that knowing that it didn't work.
Floyd Mayweather doesn't know anything that's going on, really. So like, what?
Well, we all know that.
Yeah.
The guy can't read, and
Yeah.
How much did you guys pay him?
Like $1 million.
He took that knowing or not caring if it worked?
It was just not knowing, right? Like, they didn't care. He does a million promotions like that. It was basically, you speak to his manager.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Floyd's price. And you send the money over.
Yeah.
The manager makes his little cut from it. And he just says, what do you want me to say? And what do you want me to do?
Okay.
Right? And you just basically give him his script. And
that incident was only the beginning. Let's go back to 2015, when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao and claimed to have earned around $300 million from that single fight. He presented himself as one of the richest athletes alive, but soon after, reports surfaced showing he had requested a delay from the IRS on paying his taxes. He allegedly needed to wait until earnings from his later fight with Conor McGregor came through before settling the bill.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like, he didn't know what he couldn't read, like.
That's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time out. He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight was. $100.
Think about that for a second. Someone claiming billionaire status asking for more time to pay taxes raises serious questions. It suggests that despite the public image, there may have been underlying financial pressure. Fast forward to 2024, and Floyd's name appeared again, this time linked to a major real estate deal in Manhattan. Reports claimed he spent over $400 million acquiring dozens of residential buildings in the city.
Showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
What made the story even more surprising was Floyd's claim that he owned the entire portfolio outright. No partners, no investors, just him. He even spoke about owning the retail spaces connected to the properties. On the surface, it sounded like a massive power move. But given the ongoing investigation, many people started questioning whether the deal was as straightforward as it seemed.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Investigators reportedly began tracking financial activity connected to Mayweather, including transfers between companies. In the US and accounts in places like the UAE, Panama, and the British Virgin Islands. When someone under scrutiny suddenly announces a massive purchase with no visible backing, it raises serious concerns.
Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York.
Authorities are now reportedly examining whether the Manhattan deal could have been used to legitimize questionable funds. Critics quickly pointed out inconsistencies. There was little public documentation, no clear record of financing, and limited details about the properties themselves. For a deal of that scale, the lack of transparency stood out. When media outlets sought clarification, Floyd's team reportedly stayed quiet. In reality, transactions of that size usually involve banks, legal teams, and months of planning, not a simple social media announcement.
I sit here with sadness today to report to you that I'm incredibly disappointed in one of my all-time favorite fighters, my brother, Floyd Money Mayweather.
This brings us to another key question. Why Dubai? Floyd has spent extended periods there, and many assumed it was simply for luxury and business opportunities. But there may be more to the story. Dubai is known for having complex legal arrangements when it comes to extradition. In simple terms, it can be more difficult for US authorities to bring someone back if legal issues arise. During the time when pressure appeared to be building in the US, Floyd was frequently seen enjoying life there, luxury hotels, events, and exhibition matches. But the leaked recording suggests there may have been another motive, staying out of reach while planning his next move.
Disappointed. I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks, or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht, and you big balling. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway. It's hard to turn down $200, $300 million, Skip. But it looks to me that a major driving force between him, because I always thought it was Conor that wanted the fight. He wanted the big payday.
Yep.
But deep down, Floyd needed this payday because he got to settle a score. And let me tell you how the IRS works, Skip.
Do you have experience?
I have experience with them, Skip.
Okay.
Experience. What they like to do, if you owe them, they're not going to send you a letter right away. They like that thing to occur.
As more details come out, some are beginning to question the foundation of Floyd's public image. He has long presented himself as one of the wealthiest athletes ever, but critics argue that the numbers don't always align with the reality. 14 former fighter Chael Sonnen has publicly claimed that Floyd didn't actually keep the full amounts from his biggest paydays.